Hello students. On the last day of our class, we had discussed about the definition of integers and how to represent or perform different operations on the number line. So let's revise once again the definition of integer. So what is integer? Integer is a whole number which can be positive, negative or zero. So today we will study about the addition and subtraction of integer with the different properties. So let's start our class. First, we'll see addition and subtraction of integer. Let's start the first point. Addition of two positive integers gives a positive integer. It means we have to take two positive integers. Means here we have taken 3 and 4 with positive sign. We have to add these two numbers. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. You can see 7 is also a positive integer. So if we add any two positive integer, we'll get the answer as a positive integer. Now second one. Addition of two negative integers gives a negative integer. For example, minus 3 and minus 4. These are the two negative integers. We have to add these two negative integers. So minus 3 plus minus 4. If we open the bracket, minus 3 plus into minus, minus 4. Minus minus plus. So 3 plus 4, 7. And we'll put the sign as of minus. As we had studied about these rules in our previous classes. So we can revise it once again. If we want to add two negative numbers, we have to add and we will put the minus sign. You can see minus 3 minus 4 minus minus plus. So 3 plus 4 7, but we have to put here minus sign. So answer will be as negative integer. So you can see if we add to any two negative integer, the answer will be as a negative integer. Now third one. When one positive and one negative integers are added, we take the difference and place the sign of the bigger integer. Difference means minus or subtraction. If we want to add one positive and one negative integer, here you can see 2 as a positive integer and minus 7 as a negative integer, and we have to add this two number. So minus 7 plus 2, minus plus minus. It means we have to take the difference or we have to subtract 7 and 2. So we'll subtract 2 from 7. So 7 minus 2, 5, and sign will depend on the sign of bigger integer. Here you can see bigger integer is 7 and its sign is of minus. So answer will be in minus. So when we add one positive and one negative integer, we have to put, first we'll take the difference, means we have to subtract, and then we'll put the sign of the bigger integer, whether it can be of minus or it can be of plus. Here it is given in minus, so we have written answer in minus 5. Now fourth one. Additive inverse of any integer a is minus a and additive inverse of minus a is a. Inverse. Inverse means opposite. Additive means with respect to sign. Here you can see if we take any integer a, so its additive inverse means with respect to sign its opposite will be minus a, and additive inverse of minus a. If we take any integer as minus a, so its additive inverse will be as plus a. We can understand by one example. Additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Here you can see an integer is given as in plus 7, so its inverse will be minus 7. Additive inverse of minus 8 is 8. Here integer is given in minus, so its inverse will be 8. Here additive inverse means its opposite with respect to sign. If it is given in plus, so its inverse will be minus, and if it is given in minus, so its inverse will be in plus. Then fifth one. For subtraction, we add the additive inverse of the integer that is being subtracted to the other integer. You can see in first, second and third we have taken the case for addition, but in fifth one we will use here subtraction. If we want to subtract two integers, we can write in the form of its additive inverse. We can understand this line by example. 56 minus 73. Here it means we have to subtract 73 from 56. Here you can see we can write minus 73 as plus bracket minus 73. As you already know that we are always writing the minus number in bracket. So minus 73 we can write in the form of plus bracket minus 73. Here you can see the inverse of plus 73 is minus 73. So for subtraction, if you want to subtract, we add the additive inverse. So we will add the inverse of plus 73 as minus 73. So 56 minus 73. It means we have to subtract 56 from 73. So answer will be as 17. And you have to put the sign of bigger integer. So you can see out of 56 and 73, 73 is a bigger integer with negative sign. So answer will be in negative minus 17. I hope you all understood all the 5 points. Now we will see properties of addition of integer, which are the different properties for the integers in with respect to addition. First one. First one is closure property. Closure under addition and subtraction. Closure means closed. You can see for every integer a and b. Here a and b means integer in general term. Here a and b can be any number. For example 1, 3, 5, 7. So for writing the properties we are always using general term a and b, or you can use any alphabet you want to use. So for every integer a and b, a plus b and a minus b are integers. We can understand by one example. Here you can see the value of a we have taken 8 and b as 4. If we add 8 plus 4 is equal to 12. So you can see 12 is also an integer. In second example, in place of a we have taken minus 4, plus in place of b we have taken 2. So minus plus minus, and sign will be of minus because out of 2 and 4, 4 is the biggest greater number and its sign will be of minus. So answer will be minus 2, and minus 2 is also an integer. So you can see that for every integer a and b, a plus b and a minus b are integer. The sum of any two integer is always an integer. This is about closure property. So you can say that the first one is also known as closure property. If we add any two integer, the sum is also an integer. Now let's move to second property, commutative property of addition. It states that the sum of two integers remains unchanged if they interchange their places. For every integer a and b, a plus b is equal to b plus a. We have taken two integers a and b. If we interchange the places, means in place of b, in place of a we have written here b, and in place of b we have written a. The sum of two integers remains unchanged if they interchange their places. If we exchange the places of a and b with each other, the answer will be unchanged, means the answer will be equal. So this property is called commutative law of addition. Now let us understand this commutative law by an example. Here we have taken a as 7 plus b value as minus 3. So plus into minus, minus. So 7 minus 3 is equal to 4. Now b plus a. B means in place of a we have to write the value of b. Minus 3 plus 7. So again minus plus minus means 7 minus 3, 4. And sign will be according to the bigger number. Here you can see 7 is the bigger number and sign will be of plus. So answer will be in plus only. So you can see if we add 7 plus minus 3, we got the answer 4. Same here, minus 3 plus 7, we get the answer 4. So in both cases answer are equal. So you can say that 7 plus minus 3 is equal to minus 3 plus 7, or a plus b is equal to b plus a. So this property is known as commutative property. The sum of two integers remains unchanged if they interchange their places. If we interchange the places of any two integers, the answer will be equal or same. Now, third property. Associative property for addition. It says that for any two or more integer, it doesn't not matter which two are added first and then the sum is added to the third integer. In associative property for addition, we are always taking three integers. For example, for every integer a, b and c, bracket a plus b plus c is equal to a plus bracket b plus c. Here, let us understand by one example. And we can say that this property a plus b plus c is equal to a plus bracket b plus c. This property is known as associative law of addition because here we have used the sign addition. Now, for example, we have taken a is equal to 8, b is equal to 7 and c is equal to minus 10. Now, first we will put the values in this general formula. A plus bracket b plus c. So a is 8 plus bracket b value is given as 7 plus and c value is minus 10. Here we have written minus 10 in bracket because it is given in minus and we are always writing minus number in using brackets only. So what is the meaning of this bracket? The meaning of this bracket is that first we have to solve the numbers written in bracket 7 plus minus 10. So 8 we have to write as it is plus 7 plus into minus minus 10 equal to 8 plus 7 minus 10. But 7 given in plus and 10 is given in minus. So plus minus minus. It means we have to subtract 7 from 10. So 10 minus 7, 3. And sign will be of minus because 10 is a bigger number than 7 and its sign is of minus. So answer will be in minus 3. Again we have to open the bracket. So 8 plus into minus minus 3. So 8 minus 3 is equal to 5. Now see next one. Bracket a plus b plus c. So bracket 8 plus 7 plus bracket minus 10 is equal to. Here you can see that 8 plus 7 is written in bracket. It means we have to solve this first. So 8 plus 7, 15 plus minus 10. Now we will open the bracket. So we know that plus into minus minus. So 15 minus 10 is equal to 5. So you can see that if we interchange, if we add any two integers first, it doesn't matter that which are added first and the sum is added to the third integer. So you can see that in this we have added first the value of b and c, then the answer is added to the value of a. And here in next case, first we have added the value of a and b, then added to the c. And you can see that we got the same answer in each cases. So a plus bracket b plus c is equal to bracket a plus b plus c. So for any two or more integers, it does not matter which two are added first and then sum is added to the third integer. And this property is known as associative law of addition or associative property of addition. Now see fourth property, additive identity. Here identity is if 0 is added to any integer, then sum equals to the integer itself. You can see for every integer a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a is equal to a. Here 0 is additive identity. Identity means if we add any number to any integer, the answer should come equal to that given integer. So that identity is known as additive identity. So here you can see that if we add 0 to any integer, the answer will come as that integer only. So 0 is additive identity. Since adding 0 is additive identity, since adding 0 to a number leaves it unchanged. For example, for an integer 2, if we add 0 to 2, we get the answer as 2 only. So 2 plus 0 or 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. Since adding 0, it doesn't affect that given integer. We got the same answer as 2 only. So 2 plus 0 is equal to 0 plus 2, which is again equal to 2. So which is the additive identity here? 0. If we add 0 to any integer, we get the same answer. Now fifth property and last property, additive inverse. Here we have seen before only the additive inverse means the opposite of that number with respect to sign. So the sum of an integer and its negative is 0. For every integer a plus minus a is equal to 0. Here you can see that a, its additive inverse is minus a. And you can see a plus into minus, so a minus a is equal to 0. Here minus a is the additive inverse of a and a is the additive inverse of minus a. For example, for any integer 2, minus 2 is the additive inverse, and for minus 2, additive inverse is 2. Since minus plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 0. So the sum of an integer and its negative is 0. Sum of integer, sum means addition. You can see here we have taken integer as 2 and its negative means minus 2. If we add this two number, we got the answer 0. So this property is known as additive inverse. Additive inverse means the opposite of given integer with respect to sign. If it is given in plus, so its inverse will be in minus, and if it is given in minus, so its inverse will be in plus. Now next move to properties of subtraction of integers. First one, if a and b are any two integers, then a minus b and b minus a are also integer, that is subtraction is closed. For example, 40 minus 32. If we subtract 32 from 40, we got the answer 4, and 6 minus 9. Here plus minus minus. So 9 minus 6 is equal to 3, and minus sign with respect to the bigger integer. So here you can see 40 and 32 both are integer. If we subtract these two integers, we get the answer 8, and 8 is also an integer. Second one, a minus b is not equal to b minus a, where a comma b are any two integers such that a is not equal to b. For example, let a is equal to 7, b is equal to 3, then a minus b. 7 minus 3 is 4, and b minus a. b minus a means b is 3 and a is 7. So 3 minus 7 plus minus minus. So 7 minus 3. So 7 minus 3, 4, and sign will be the according to bigger number means minus 4. So you can see a minus b is 4 and b minus a is equal to minus 4. So a minus b is not equal to b minus a. It means it does not hold commutative property, as we have seen in addition that a plus b is equal to b plus a, but here a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Then third one, for every integer comma a minus 0 is equal to a. For example, 2 minus 0 is equal to 2. Fourth property, for any integers, three integers a comma b and c, a is equal to 4, b is equal to 6, c is equal to 12. Here we will verify the associative property. Same as in addition we have done, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus bracket b plus c. So a minus, here we have to use in place of plus minus sign. So a minus b minus c. A value is given as 4, minus b is given 6, c as 12. So 4 minus, here bracket means first we have to solve the bracket. So 4 minus 6 minus 12 plus minus minus. So 12 minus 6, 6, and sign will be according to the bigger number means 12, and its sign will be of minus. So 4 minus minus of 6. Then 4 minus into minus plus. So 4 plus 6 is equal to 10. Now we will interchange the places of brackets. So bracket a minus b minus c, bracket 4 minus 6 minus 12. So first we will solve this 2. Again plus in plus minus minus. So 6 minus 4 2, and sign will be according to bigger number means minus 2 and minus 12. Then minus minus plus. So 12 plus 2 14, and sign will be of minus. So answer will be minus 14. You can see a minus bracket b minus c is not equal to bracket a minus b minus c, where c is not equal to 0 and a is not equal to b. Here you can see that c is equal to 12 and a and b values are given different. So you can easily see that associative property does not hold under subtraction. So we have seen the different properties for addition of integers and for subtraction of integer. Let us see once again the properties of addition of integer. First property is closure property. For every integer a plus b are integers. Then commutative property, the sum of two integers remains unchanged if they interchange their places. It means a plus b is equal to b plus a, and this law is known as commutative law of addition. Then third, associative property for addition. If for every integer a, b and c, a plus b plus c is equal to a plus bracket b plus c. For any two or more integers, it does not matter which two are added first, and then the sum is added to the third integer. Fourth one, additive identity. We have to add any number by which we get the same answer as the given integer. If 0 is added to any integer, then sum equals to the integer itself. So here a plus 0 is equal to 0 plus a, which is again equal to a. So 0 is called as additive identity. Then fifth one, additive inverse. Inverse means the opposite of the given integer. If it is given in plus, so its inverse will be in minus, and if it is given in minus, so its inverse will be in plus. So the sum of an integer and its negative or its inverse is 0. So a plus minus a is equal to 0, where 0 is additive identity and minus a is additive inverse of plus a. I hope you all have understood all the 5 properties of addition and subtraction of integers.